we're going to be talking about first-time home buyers, something that a lot of millennials are going to be doing this year, at least according to the recent predictions.
Yeah, a big portion of my clients are all millennials and first-time home buyers.
Right. So, Matt, what are you seeing as far as first-time home buyers versus in the millennial capacity versus what we used to see for first-time home buyers?
I think I see a lot of them starting to, once their job comes in and they've been in the job market for a year or two, then it's like, okay, now what do we do now? It's time to buy a house. A lot of them are buying multifamilies, which I'm really excited about because I bought my first house as a multifamily, and it's been great for me. So it's good to see that they're learning about the other ways to make money and, how to take on an expensive thing like a house, but not spend a lot of money monthly on it.
Talk to us about what happens if they've not been with the union for 24 months. And even as a first-time home buyer, how does the employment piece work? Do you have to have 2 years of employment history?
You do have to have 2 years of employment history. You don't have to be in the union for 24 months.
Okay.
But you do have to have a 2-year work history and either training, schooling, post 12th grade, post high school, some sort of apprenticeship training, certification process. Anything that's required in order to do the job that you do every day counts as as part of your 2-year work history.
Excellent.
So the first-time home buyers out there, if they go to college and they graduate from college and they get their, nice big first job with a beginner salary, we'll go off of the salary.
Okay.
But if you go into any sort of commission-based sales job, or if you go into any sort of commission, anything that has heavy overtime, they're not going to count it until you're 24 months in.
And I feel like a lot of times, Matt, what I see happening when folks are newer in their profession and maybe certain income limits can't be counted because they haven't made that 24-month timeline is that they may tap a mother, father, sister, brother as a cosigner.
They might do that, and that does happen often. Especially if the applicant, the person that tried the first time around and wasn't getting where they were at, if they're, doing a lot of the right things, family wants to support them, and you don't want to go in the next positive direction. So they'll do that. They'll definitely co-sign, and then you might qualify for it afterwards. One thing that you have to be careful of is if that co-signer already owns a piece of property, then you automatically get like the first-time home buyer loan option for the Rhode Island housing goes away. So you lose that opportunity, but sometimes they're still not the best loans for everybody, even if you are a first-time home buyer.
Right.
So it's
not one size fits all.
Exactly.
I think certainly having a lender who's looking at, as we talked about earlier, a customized strategy for your financials makes better sense than just one size fits all. It needs to be a Rhode Island housing backed loan. Yeah, it's just and with the same. I guess the needle with the same thread is that just because you're a first-time home buyer doesn't mean that you need to do a Rhode Island housing loan. Right.
Just as like you don't need to put 20% down if you're going to buy your first house. 20% would be nice because you avoid mortgage insurance.
Sure.
But that's not a reason why you don't buy a house.
Right.
If you find a house that fits your lifestyle, your budget, your wants and needs as far as location and aesthetically, it's a gorgeous house and it's something that's going to propel you into a better life, then you don't want to pass on it because you don't have 20% down.